Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 14, Episode 4 of the Dreamlands versus Atlach-Natcha, the Dream Weaver. We'll do a quick recap of Turn 3. We'll jump into Turn 4. Pretty exciting Turn 3. We got an active rumor on the board, picked up a number of items, and I've got some strategies for how the adventurers can go. So we'll do a recap, jump into turn number 4. Before we do it, quick shout out to Pontos Fathom Press, our bookstore. We've got a link down below. If you're into Cthulhu, sci-fi, check out our bookstore. There's something for everyone there. It helps us support the channel. As you guys know, we're not monetized. You can also go over and check us out on our Patreon. Really appreciate your guys liking and subscribing and leaving your comments below. Like to get up to 1,000 subscribers, get this into a live stream, and looking into doing some real-time interaction with you guys while we play these games. So looking forward to that. I will do a quick summary, continuing the summary of turn 3. Active rumor is called the Doorways of Tuonela. We've also got the Sleeper of Nakai for our first active mystery. We've been pretty good at keeping up with the gates closed. I don't think we have any active gates, but there are a bunch of monsters out there, and I'm believing the strategy here will be Barnaby will get this cultist, which will help him add another token onto his card. I will have our adventurer Tony Morgan, the bounty hunter. I think he may go back through unknown Kadath to go back to London, and he can start taking out some of those monsters and that active rumor. And then finally, Daryl Simmons, the photographer. I'm going to have him make his way down to the underworld, close out this dream quest, and get forward on that one. So let me see. I think that he had a talent condition that he had to Dalath-Lean. Yeah, he has to get a talent condition. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and start up the lineup. So we're back with George Barnaby, the lawyer, and I'm going to have him gain a focus token. When he uses a focus token, he can get his focus token to resolve a die roll. So let's have him go ahead, get the focus, and he'll go into combat the cultist in Dalath-Lean, and then you can have an encounter there, so that'll be cool. Next up, Daryl Simmons, the photographer. He can look at the top 5 cards and then discard any number from the reserve, and he can roll 1 additional die when resolving a research encounter. So let's get him doing some research encounters. There's some clues up here. I think I'll have him go down to Ulthor, and we'll also let him pick up a token. Let's have finally Tracy Morgan is going to go up to unknown Kadath, and he will also grab a focus token. When he defeats a monster during combat, he also gets a focus token, which he did last time. He actually defeated 3 monsters, so we can give him those. And let's go ahead and go from our action phase into our encounters phase. We'll start again with George Barnaby, the lawyer. He's going to have this encounter with this cultist, and he is able to defeat the cultist. That will add a second Eldritch token to his quest. So, and then let's have him do a encounter in Dalath-Lean from the deck. And in Dalath-Lean, another dreamer has been accused of theft, which is punishable by death. You argue to spare his life. Okay, you argue to spare his life, and then he has to roll a test. If you pass, he vows to repay you. Gain 1 random service asset from the deck. What's a service asset? Let's see. Are these the service assets? Allies? Nope. Let's see. Is this service? These are trinkets. And finally, these are tasks. Allies, tasks, items. I'm going to have to find them later. So he has a service asset. I don't have them indexed here well enough, I guess. Okay, so we'll grab that later. So that's cool. Let's move on to Daryl Simmons, the photographer. He's going to just have an encounter in Ulthor. So let's go ahead. Got 2 cards here. In Ulthor, you pass the time scratching a cat's ears and chin. You know, Ulthor is the city in the Dreamlands that is populated by cats. So he recovers 2 sanity, but I believe he's already up to the top of sanity. You attempt to speak the feline language. So he's going to try to speak the feline language. And if you fail, the creature leaves you, but he passes. So just has an encounter with some cats. That's kind of cool. I should read from that section of the Lovecraft book. I'll get the book out for turn 5. Okay, and then lastly, actually, because he already had all these focus tokens, instead of gaining that focus token, let's have him do his action where he can test to gain a clue for each focus spent. Yeah, so he passes and he can trade in 2 focus and get clues. So he will get these 2 clues as a result instead. So that's kind of cool. He also gains a focus for defeating monsters. So let's have him have his encounter in Unknown Kadath. Well, I guess he's going to Unknown Kadath just to get through to London. So I believe he can just pass through. So yeah, he can just pass through Unknown Kadath into London. Let's have him have a London encounter, actually. So in London, the leader of the cloister has been caught. He tells you that the cult worships Dagon. Gain 1 clue. Okay, cool. So now he's got 3 clues. You ask him how to discipline your mind. If you pass, he helps you gain 1 focus. So this guy is really in the focus. Okay, so he's gained the focus. And that is going to do it. Discard. And let's move into our Mythos phase. So go ahead in the Mythos phase, and we get move the Omen track forward. There are no gates open. We have to resolve the Reckoning. So Atlach-Natcha spawns a gate on Ulthar. So Ulthar has a gate spawned, and we'll add a monster to that as well. We get a cultist there. And then we will also check out our other reckonings. The investment reckoning. Your investment has paid off. Gain a funding condition. So he can gain a funding condition. Any other ones here? No. Okay, and then there's also the reckoning. It says discard 1 Eldritch token from this card and randomize the gate stack. So we can shuffle the gates, the gate stack here. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll put this Eldritch token back in the box. And I'll do a quick shuffling here of shuffle a little bit more. Okay. So we've reshuffled the gate stack. We've got the reckoning completed. Lastly, we will spawn a gate again, and we get a gate now on Atlantis. So maybe from the moon we can get to the Atlantis. Let's go ahead and spawn a sand dweller. So we can put that guy there. The black sands of Rilia. Okay. Now let's go ahead with the rest of the Mythos card. So we have Down the Rabbit Hole. You are more than just you see more than just other worlds. You can see the space between worlds. You feel the crushing certainty that it is in this other space that you will find the answers you need. You believe that the only way to restore sanity is to dive headfirst into madness. Each investigator on a space containing a gate gains a lost in time and space condition to close the gate on his space. Well, yeah, sure, why not? So I will have Daryl Simmons, the photographer, close a gate by gaining a lost in time and space condition. So he can go ahead and do that. So he gains a lost in time and space condition. He is removed from the board. This gate is closed. And I believe gate closings are on his task list here. No, he does research encounters. Okay, so he has to do research encounters. Let's keep that out so we can keep track of it. Okay, so cultist stays there though. Daryl Simmons moved from the board. We can put this back under. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it for our Mythos phase. So I will advance this token to turn 5, and we will see you guys in the next round. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.